5:07, the KRMG Evening News, 5 days till Christmas. So if you want to do some shopping, I think maybe tonight is a good time to do that with what's happening in the weather, the cold, and the chance for snow later this week. You don't want to wait. We'll check on that forecast again here in a couple of minutes because you need to hear it a few times to let all that sink in and be prepared for that really cold weather. Right now, we want to do our Tuesday tradition at this time. Let's go live to Broken Arrow for the BA Breakdown with City Manager Michael Spurgeon. Michael joins us live. How are you doing, Michael?
I'm doing great, Skylar, and it's wonderful to talk to you on just a couple of days before Christmas. And you're exactly right. I'd recommend anybody going to get their shopping in the next couple of days because how cold it's going to be and the winter weather that we could see in the next few days, especially towards the end of the week.
Well, I wanted to take the time with a few things to get to here while we've got you this evening. First, I just wanted to kind of turn it over to you and give you a couple of minutes to reflect on this last year. Reflect on 2022 in Broken Arrow. What are you seeing as some of the best things, the greatest highlights of BA in 2022 and things you're proud of?
Well, there's so much. I mean, our community is truly blessed in so many ways. And the folks and the businesses here are so supportive of what we're trying to accomplish, which, you know, as a city government, the council will tell you this, and it's my firm belief that everything we do should be based around trying to make the quality of lives of the citizens and business in our community better. And I'm very proud to be the messenger and was able to share a lot of the great things that have happened in our community last week at our Chamber of Commerce annual State of the City. And the city has so much to be blessed for. And, you know, not in any particular order, but the fact that we have this partnership with KRMG to for every 6-7 minutes every Tuesday almost to talk about all the great things that are happening is really a blessing because the people want to know what's going on in our community, and we've made it our watchword to be more transparent. So that's one of the most important things I'm thankful for. Probably, if I had to mention a couple of others, it would be the partnerships that we have with our school districts and our Chamber of Commerce. I mean, it's not just the city that's out there trying to make things happen and make the lives of citizens better every day. Our school districts work very hard, and our chamber does, managing the expectations and representing the business community. So it does take the public and private sector, you know, working together. And then finally, just the projects and initiatives. I mean, I think the public expects us to be not only making sure that everything's good today, but also planning for the future. And the number of projects, road projects, public transit initiatives, the quality of life projects that we have going in our parks and recreation, I mean, all those make a difference. And my staff works very, very hard at the direction of the council to make sure that every day we are trying to make lives better. And so I believe that we had a great year financially, operationally, and we don't sit back and rest on our laurels too much because we know that the expectations of our citizens are very high. And so my bulletin board that I have right now is full of things we're going to be doing in 2023 because, I've always said that, managing a great community is not a destination. It's a perpetual journey of trying to make sure that the lives are better of everyone in the city. And we're working hard to do that, Skylar.
Well, Michael, I'll just extend those same thoughts back to you that it's been great to have this partnership and doing the BA Breakdown all year because we know that the people who listen to us, they want to know what's going on at BA. And so we're happy to help provide that to them through you guys. So thank you for that.
Thank you, my friend.
Hey, let's look ahead a little bit. We're talking about the weather and the cold, and I have a feeling that there may be some people in need in Broken Arrow over the next few days. What resources does the city have or can the city offer with people who might need a little extra help when it gets really cold?
Well, I'll just say this. When I was a kid, I used to love snow, but when I became city manager 35 years ago, I hate snow because I'm responsible for plowing it. And so I will say first and foremost that if we do get any inclement weather, Rocky Hinkle and his street department they're ready to react. It's going to be very, very cold. So obviously there's a change in how we actually have to remove any snow or do any pre-treatment. But I just want the folks to know that we will be out there if needed to make sure that everyone can get to where they need to go in a safe manner. Broken Arrow has a very high expectations when it comes to clearing our roads to make sure that folks can get to work or they can get to the services they need. So just a shout out to Rocky's team. As far as the extreme cold, As a city, really there's two things. Number one is that we will have our warming stations open, which are our two community centers. If folks need during the day to come in for any reason and use one of those two great locations to warm up. And if there is someone that has a need after hours, then our police department or our community development folks will work with the great organization, Broken Arrow Neighbors, to try to find any of those individuals that need assistance, some temporary assistance during these very cold times. And so those are the two things that I can say we do. And we also put out a lot of information about what folks should consider when it's this cold, because we don't normally see these type of temperatures, but things like, let your faucets drip just a little bit, keep some of your cabinet doors open where you have faucets, and so you get some warm air in there. And if you have hoses, they need to be disconnected because they can freeze and then create problems for you when the springtime comes. Two other things that I always talk about is if you have neighbors, and especially senior neighbors, is to check on those folks periodically and make sure they're okay. Keep your pets inside because they get just as cold as we do. And so I talk about this at times, especially when I was in St. Charles, Missouri, because it get a lot colder there, is that, we mainly just need to make sure we check on each other.
Yeah, excellent point. What's the best way for folks to, if there's important information that comes down, let's say, we were going to get a lot of snow, important information from the city. One, I'm sure would be your new app.
Our new app is a great way to find out what's going on. Any of our social media platforms. Aaron McCulloch will be in constant communication with Assistant City Manager Kenny Schwab of Operations and myself, along with Jamie Ott, to make sure we will be communicating throughout the entire weather period in terms of what we need to update the community, and whether it's by hour or every 12 hours, and we'll go through different cycles depending on what Jamie Ott, our Emergency Management Director, thinks we need to do. And so we'll be putting out, and I would just encourage everyone to follow our social media. You can check out the app. And of course, we will be faxing information, or emailing, I should say, it tells you how old I am, to the different news agencies if we feel that's necessary. And then we could also use what I call our reverse 911 system, to where those that have signed up, we can send out emails and even do robo-type calls to folks if it's something that pertinent or if there is a serious emergency they need to be made aware of.
That is Michael Spurgeon, the city manager in Broken Arrow. Michael, have a Merry Christmas. And if, in fact, I'm off next Tuesday, so whether or not we have this chat, I'll talk to you in the new year. So Happy New Year.
Yes, blessings to you, my friend. Can't wait to talk to you again. And just want to wish everybody in Broken Arrow and the entire Tulsa metropolitan area a Merry Christmas and a blessed 2023.